Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is back in session in 2 cases. First case is cause number 329890. Second case is cause number 331848. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Yesenia Concepcion Flores. Ms. Flores, would you please come forward? Ms. Flores, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Flores, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Flores, you may put your hand down. And Ms. Flores, I have before me in cause number 331848, a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. And this information alleges that on or about January 2nd of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Ms. Flores, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And let me do this here now. Mr. West, do you waive a record in Ms. Flores' case?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Flores, how do you plead to this charge?
Guilty.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are actually guilty?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Flores, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. Is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Flores, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature above the line that is titled defendant?
That's correct.
There are 2 boxes at the top of this document. The first box says check, states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box says check, states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Flores, I also have before me a document that is titled discovery certification. Ms. Flores, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Flores, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. West, go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir. Is that the same cause number?
It's the cause number for this case, 331848.
Okay.
We changed
The
it.
one that was, okay.
We changed it to correct.
Okay, now, Ms. Flores, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents that I've just read to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Flores, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, Judge, state offer states 1.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. West, you advised and counseled Ms. Flores. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Flores, your attorney, Mr. West, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Flores, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty in this case, Your Honor, we're recommending confinement in Jefferson County Jail for a period of 12 months. However, we're asking that the court suspend the imposition of that jail sentence and place the defendant on community supervision for a period of 12 months. Order that she pay a $750 fine, cost of court, perform 80 hours of community service restitution and abide by both the standard conditions of probation and also the DWI conditions that include interlock device and also interlock device and alcohol assessment and DWI education course, Judge. And also as part of this plea, we're dismissing the companion case of hearing cause number 329890. Thanks, Mr. Stuff.
Mr. West, is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Flores, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. 365 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 12 months. During the 12-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $750 plus court costs. Total fine and court costs is $1,172. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You'll be required to pay the Jefferson County DWI education class an initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, the total monthly installments, that is, the total amount that you will be required to pay while you are on probation is $185 each month. Ms. Flores, will you be able to pay the $185 each month?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 80 hours of community service, attend and complete a DWI education class, have a alcohol assessment. You'll also be required to install a DWI interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. The state will also be dismissing cause number 329890. And you'll also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Ms. Flores, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Flores, do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Flores, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Flores, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney in front of our court coordinator, court clerk. And once you finish there, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay.
Yes, sir.